usually just have one person read during the open mic. I'm going to read something though. Because this event is sort of a Pride event, you know, not a Pride event, but in Pride Month. And so we're sort of adjacent to being a Pride event, and we do have some Pride things going on. I decided I want to read to you all the very first thing I ever had published. And it was in 2016, and it was on a journal called West Wing Crack, which crack is C-R-A-I-C. It is the Irish for fun, the slang for fun, not crack like rock cocaine. Okay, so it was part of a writing program that I was in when I was at UNO, and it is linked on my author's website, which is jmichaelnorris.net, where you can go to and you can find out about me and the things I write. But it's very short, it's flash fiction. I'm going to read the whole thing to you. And in Pride Month, a lot of times we like to think about the different struggles people deal with now. I sometimes want us to reflect on some of the struggles we've dealt with in the past that people often will think of as ancient history, but it's something that I lived through. It's very much not history, right? It is lived reality. It's something I think people need to remember. So this is my first ever published short story. On being trapped at the HIV outpatient clinic, 1989. Sometimes it's merely minutes after I arrive before a nurse takes me back and checks my weight to see how much I've lost. Not today. No, today I'm stuck in the waiting room's limbo, suffering an impertinent child's inspection of my face. She's turned about in her plastic chair, gawking at me. The room is stiflingly hot, and my arms ache from aggravation. But I can't step outside for a smoke, or I might miss my turn. One only makes that mistake once. I look up to the slice of sky showing through the room's lone window, a deep, clear-story slit cut like an impossibly high mail slot. That's what I want to do right now. Bust through that window and fly right out. I glance back at the annoying girl when she leans forward for a better look. She smiles, a front tooth missing, then ducks behind her chair and up again. A tiny snicker escapes her mouth. Ignoring her daughter's inane game, the woman next to her, who reeks of cannabis, shakes and sweats while scanning a National Enquirer she brought in. Further along than I am, purple lesions cover the woman's arms. Even this mother, a sunken-faced junkie, should know this is no place to bring your child along. Another waiting room in another doctor's office, sure. But in this waiting room, the girl is someone with a future, something the others here have lost. The child waves her tiny hand, taunting me, so I search the room's faded Berber carpet, determined not to be drawn in. I find a blood stain that looks like a butterfly. Should I smile at the girl? Or say hello? I guess that's what most decent people would do. But the last thing I wanted today was to deal with this. Honestly, I shouldn't even be here. Back when I managed Hibernia Bank, I had insurance. I went to a real doctor with a real receptionist. It was nothing like this rundown clinic with its latex glove gatekeeper shouting pay stub or proof of no income whenever anyone enters. But I'm no longer employed at the bank. They dismissed me when I started looking sick. The mother glares back at me and finally says, "Tristiana, sit right in your chair." So the beleaguering child forfeits, turning around and facing the empty wall behind her. I smile at the back of her head, triumphant. The office door opens. A nurse I've never seen before appears, scanning the room. She peers down at her chart, tucks her hair behind an ear, leans forward and smiles widely. "Tristiana, are you ready to see the doctor?" The little girl nods tentatively, then hops up from her chair and disappears into the back. Her mother struggles up with a cane to follow. I glower at the blood stain on the carpet. It's not a butterfly. I should have given her that smile.